All right, this is going to be one of those highly inspired, motivational videos that you come to love from yours truly. So if you like that sort of thing, if you want to get freaking fired up on how to accomplish one of your most important goals, stay tuned to the end. If you don't like that sort of thing, you better tune off real quick right now. So this is Gavin Gregory coming at you right now. Let me tell you a little bit of a story. 1 year ago today, I set off on a mission. And that mission was to build the habit, build a new habit, a habit that I had developed before in the past that I had such a hard time with in getting going again. And that habit was making a daily video every single day. Now, mind you, when I started that habit, I didn't broadcast it to the world and say, hey, everybody, I'm going to make a daily video every day for the next 365 days. Because that's the stupidest thing I could have done because, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it. It's such a freaking huge goal. It's such a massive accomplishment. It's like Joe DiMaggio saying, I'm going to go ahead and get a base hit in the next 56 games, coach. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. Coach is like, what are you, crazy? That's not going to happen. It was such a big goal at the time. It was such a massive feat that there was just like no way I could publicly proclaim such a goal because it would be next to impossible to accomplish. So I didn't tell anybody. I really didn't tell anyone. What happened is that I made this challenge. I took here's how it worked. All right. So first of all, to publicly declare I've accomplished my goal. That is a special day, and I'm publicly announcing day 365, 1 year, every single day I have made a daily video. I've made a daily video every single freaking day on this channel. Whether it's a short or whether it's a video, it's been done and I haven't missed a day. I have not missed one day, and I will say that on the record. Now that I've said that, let me tell you how I did it and why it's so freaking massively important for someone who's watching this video for the first time of how you could benefit from doing this. So here's what happened. There's this lady, YouTuber that I followed named Catherine, and she inspired me to take action of like doing a daily, building a 100-day challenge of building a habit. Now, at the time, I was like barely making any content. I was like, making a video here and there on the weekend or whenever I felt like it. And it was just like, whatever, we'll just do it. And but I was desperately trying to get back in the habit of making content like every single day or like on a regular basis at least. And then I saw her thing come up about this challenge of 100-day challenge of making a habit doing something every single day. And a lot of people in this little group, it was basically a group where I had to pay, I think it was $300. It was not cheap. I had to pay like $300 on the condition that I would get half of it refunded if I made the 100 days. So I went and took the plunge. I was like, screw it. I'm going to do this. And it took me she promoted it like a week out. I was on her email list and I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I figure I'm going to benefit from this more. No, I didn't want to spend $300. Who does? But, I figure I'm going to learn from this. It's going to be an educational experience. And the way she kept selling it in the email was like, it's a habit of like, you spend the money because I spent the $300, I'm not just going to throw it in the trash. I'm going to actually have to follow through because I put skin in the game. And she was right because I put that skin in the game. I was like, man, I got to do this. And so it was like a little link I'd post a video to on this little link and it would go to a little Discord group, I guess, and would just be like a log. So I started doing it. Day 1, day 2, day 3. And I was like, I'm doing it. Day 4, day 5, literally, by the time, I was like, I think we were about closing in on 100 days. I had a little meetup with her group and there was only like 10 people out of, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred people who signed up for it, maybe more. And like 10 people left. And I was one. I had a little meeting with her. It was at the end of the year. We made the 100-day period, or right near the 100-day period, a little Zoom meetup. I was like, yeah, everybody congratulated each other. But for me, I was like, I'm only just getting started, dude. Like, this is not my goal. 100 days is only the beginning. The goal is 1 freaking year. The Casey Neistat, great. Now, granted, I'd done this before. Okay, I had accomplished this goal before. So, but it was at a different time period, and it wasn't like and I can't guarantee that it was done before, but I'm pretty confident that I made the daily video challenge before, in the years of like 2015 through 2017. And I just, I believe I did, but this time I did it for real. Now, what's the benefit and like, why should you even care? Well, so the great Napoleon Hill, he drove something into me called the habit of initiative. Now, the habit of initiative is doing the thing that ought to be done before being told to do it. It's the habit of building greatness within oneself. It's the habit of being hired for a job without having to apply. It's the habit of getting something started when nobody has to tell you to do it. It's the freaking habit that I look for in people, man. Like it's not something really to be taught. You either have it or you don't, but you might be able to pick up on it and teach yourself by doing what I just did. Now, what's normally going to happen is I would say in the past, I would say, I'm going to make a video, and I would say, I'll get to it later. And I'd start to build the habit of procrastination, which has been substituted by this habit of action in its place. So by doing this daily video challenge, this 100-day challenge, and now to 1 year challenge of making videos, it's now completely replaced the habit of procrastination that I used to have, and it's substituted with the habit of action in its place. And if there's one thing that you can take away from this channel, Gavin Gregory, from myself, yours truly, and that is to drive home the habit of action and substitute that habit of action from procrastination. So take the habit of procrastination and substitute it with the habit of action in its place. This challenge freaking fixes that cure. It fixes that problem. It's such a freaking massive disease. Procrastination is one of the biggest killing, awful, disastrous killing diseases that we have throughout humanity. And it's not even talked about. It's everywhere. It's rampant. But it's so easily replaced with action. It's like, action. And all it is doing the thing that ought to be done before being told to do it. Doing that one thing that's supposed to do by doing it now. My dad's freaking mentor, dude, he used to sell insurance when he got his first sales job before my dad was, he came from a small town, like he was up in Big Rapids, Michigan, right? So when he left, he he was a Lutheran. My mom was a Catholic. So my grandfather disowned him. He said, you'll never be a part of the family again. How dare you marry a Catholic? This is like back in the day when like religion was super, super big deal in America, where you got Lutherans, Catholics. They just hated each other. So he was married a Catholic, and he moved out to California to get his first sales job selling insurance for Clement Stone. Now, Clement Stone, who was he? He was freaking Napoleon Hill's partner. He was Napoleon Hill's partner. That's how my dad learned sales, became the freaking top salesman and taught me how to become the top salesman. But Clement Stone, he taught him, and I'll never forget it. My dad always said it. He's like, do it now. Do it now. It's like, what a stupid little saying. Do it now. Like, come on. Like the stupidest thing ever. But Clement Stone would say it with enthusiasm. Do it now. Get out of bed and do it now. And it's like just doing that simple thing now. There's so many big, giant, like worldly, long-term visions and projects that I have, and you have as well. You can't do those now. I'm saying do the thing that ought to be done, that can be done right now, which is make that video for me right now and upload it right now. Like when I get done with the space today, I have a 2-hour thing. I get done, I download the video, and I upload it to YouTube, and I just let it sit there because it's got to like calculate whatever, but it's done now. And then when I get back, I freaking do the thing and format it, and I upload it now, and I'm done. Move on. It's done. It's not perfect, but it's done. And it built that habit of action, and it's replaced procrastination out of my life. And I'm telling you, by just this one little habit, if you take the habit of procrastination, you replace it with the habit of action in its place by doing this, starting with a 100-day challenge, getting it to a 1-year challenge is going to change your freaking life, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's changed my life in so many ways. I'm so satisfied and grateful and highly inspired to actually be able to come out publicly and say, wow, I did it. Because, man, I wanted to say so bad to so many people, hey, I'm doing this video challenge. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do a video every single day for a year. But you know what? It's like a big promise. Like, and I can't break that promise because I mean, what if I break it? What if something happens? There's uncontrolled things. It's like an impossible thing. It's almost like an impossible goal that just can't happen. My friend Brett Banify, he has this goal when he was 18 to not talk for a year. It's like, okay, well, that again is an impossible goal. You can't really go out and tell the world, hey, everybody, I'm not going to talk for the next year. Like, good luck starting. Because tomorrow you're going to break it. Then the next day you talk on the phone and you break it. Same thing with this daily video thing. Oh, do I forget? I forget about it. So there's no way to actually publicly declare it. I just had to do it. And I had to do it, and I wrote it down. The first 100 days, I was like writing it down in my little calendar. Done, daily video, DV. And sometimes the videos were crap. I didn't even care. They were good. They were just done. I didn't care if it wasn't good. If it was like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, sometimes some of the ones I was like, I don't want to do it. Didn't matter. I did it anyways. I did a short anyways. I didn't want to be on camera. Like imagine, when you have to be looking presentable every day on camera, 365 days, no rest days. I couldn't I don't want to shave. I want to look like crap. I want to sit in bed all day and just eat junk food. That never happened once, dude. But it developed so many freaking habits of accomplishing greatness through the habit of action and consistency. And now I feel like I could just basically do anything. And I'll tell you what, honestly, I wasn't paid anything for this, zero. I paid nothing. But it doesn't matter because it's opened up so much more of opportunities in my life that are unimaginable. And I mean, one of the greatest opportunities of all time that I could ever imagine in human history, in my opinion, is like in my grasp right now. It's actually already happened. I'm already a part of it. It's like I could never in my wildest dreams have even fathomed to be a part of that opportunity in that business if I didn't do this. Never would have happened. I mean, here I am now, and I haven't talked about this yet, but I will when I'm allowed to talk more about it. But it's not something to talk about for marketing. But I am just so grateful for that, being a part of it and basically being selected to do it. I didn't have to apply. I was kind of selected, from this. I mean, ultimately, it's just absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. And if I could just relay one message from this channel is building that daily habit of action. And it doesn't have to be daily videos, but it's got to be daily something. One thing that you do every day that is challenging. And don't make it working out every day. Don't make it, I've tried this and I freaking about killed myself. I tried adding in other things like, I'm going to do daily workouts. I'm going to do sprinting every day. I'm going to do all these extreme things every day. That is not good. And I learned that the hard way by going into total exhaustion and completely hitting a plateau on my training by doing overtraining to the max. So don't do that. Make sure you have wise consultations and health before you do anything crazy like that. Because body needs rest. It does need rest. But when it comes to a daily thing like daily video or a daily post on social media, that's a great place to start. One daily post on social media, if that's what you're doing. One daily post on X. That's a great start right there if you haven't made videos yet. But I'll tell you one thing I've learned that's developed my character the most over the last 5 years is doing videos, dude. And if I can inspire people who are thinking about, maybe should I do a YouTube channel? Should I get on it and challenge myself? Well, freaking take freaking action. But set a goal of doing 100 days in a row. Start with nothing. You got nobody. You got absolutely zero. Start with a 100-day goal. And by the time you get to 100 days, you'll be like, man, I got my first 100 days. And all of a sudden it's going to start happening and you're going to go. And maybe you won't make any money from it. Don't expect to say, I want to get paid off of this and get ads. If that's your attitude, don't do it because it's too hard. But if your attitude is, I want to grow as a person. I want to become a freaking badass man. I want to freaking be a boss. I want to just grow in my life and take control of every situation in my own life and dominate life. Then do it, dude. Do it. Because that's what it's done to me is it's helped me grow in so many ways. Like I could speak in public anywhere, dude. Put me next to Donald Trump. I'll go speak on stage right now. And I won't even be nervous. Okay. Now, granted, I'm a public speaker. Naturally, I could do it, but it's grown to a whole new level on the fly in so many different situations. Give me the mic, I will go, and there's zero thinking involved. No, I have to think about it. Let me schedule. No, it doesn't matter because being on camera, it totally challenges you to the next level. And just. I think that's no way to faster personal development than getting on camera every single day. And I just want to say thank you for watching, subscribing, all the new people. Get to celebrate this with me together and take action. Do something on your own. One daily piece of something every single day for the next 100 days. And I guarantee you it will freaking change your life and make you into a not just a better man, but a freaking dominant, great, badass man. I will see you at the top.